What is episode 100? We made it, boys. We made it.
We made it. We finally made it. Damn it. And
Century
that's our show.
episode.
See you next week.
100
That's our
episode of
episode. See you
mine.
next week.
It's mine.
See you.
That's all we got.
Good.
Just
I
came
didn't
and say
really want
hi.
to do this show
We made it to
anymore.
100.
I'm still an intern, according to Joe.
Yeah, your apprenticeship. You still got a few months left.
I've been on live air with Vinny for I think 22 or 23 episodes.
Vinny's
that
not
long.
here though.
I know, but I'm just.
I'm the head of
That's why I started. I started with he's a guest at this point.
Yes, now.
It's my show at this point. PTM is mine.
I gotta
Let's say
change my
hello.
header.
Yeah.
The beautiful people. Kirk, the second I put this stream up, Kirk comments. He's waiting, bro. Juan, hello. Mr. Beefy.
Oh yeah, baby.
That's right. The ones.
You know it, Juan.
See, unlike Solo Sokoa, I really am the tribal chief around here.
You're my Roman. I put that image in just for you.
I'll be living that out at SummerSlam in 20-something days. El Dandy, man. El Dandy should have been WCW champion. That was bullshit.
What's up, Ronnie?
Ronnie?
You know.
I don't know why you have to ask that question.
Yeah, no.
Mr. Bedoy.
Dile.
What
Tienes
the
que
fuck?
entender, soy perfecto. Solo quiero que comprendas que el dinero compra todo.
Dude, wrong day. Wrong day. That's
It's
Friday.
Thursday. It's Thursday.
Thursday.
Hey. Fucking guy.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I have to go take care of something.
Oh, wow. You leave me with the Canadian? What is this
See that?
shit?
See that? See that nice flag for you? I would have bought you one if you were a little nicer to me.
I am nice. You're the mean one.
Me. Canadians cannot be mean.
Bullshit.
It's not in our nature to
I've
be
been
mean.
nice to this guy all week. He's been treating me like I was Gilbert or something.
I would never treat you that poorly. You know, you did a very kind deed for a friend of ours today. Nico. He's looking for a 5-plater?
5-plater
US?
WCW US.
If anyone has one, please reach out
Yes.
to Nico. Holy fuck, we're being spammed. What's going on, bro?
Sex.
The common theme. I guess that's where we'll start. Right here.
Oh,
We'll start right here.
Daddy.
Right in the box.
Oh,
You gonna sell that to Nico Jones? He's looking for one.
It's mine.
We're gonna backtrack a little bit. We're not
you
gonna.
know
talk
who's
about
one of my
William
favorite
Tank.
wrestlers to hold that belt, Jones? This guy.
It's Sting.
Upside down because the company's dead.
Remember when DDP would wear the belts upside down?
Yeah, weirdo.
Dude.
What the hell is going on?
Yeah, what are we going with?
Joe,
What are we opening up?
Do you see the comments?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we have to start here.
Ooh.
Ah.
I think the people want what the people want.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Beefy, I know he's probably. I don't know what he's doing right now. He's definitely pounding his meat.
Wine. He's an oos. We've hung out before.
Fuck, look at this guy right
You
here.
have?
Yeah.
That's
I'm
blast-
not as close as a slut is with him, but I've hung out with him.
Oh.
But that could change.
How many weeks now? What's the countdown? Because I haven't heard the countdown today at this point.
Getting close to that final countdown.
Well, yesterday it was 23 days, so it's 22 days.
2 days.
You already know who's counting down, so.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Do we have a troll, or is this legit?
I don't know what's going on. Someone's definitely bombing the chat.
It looks like we've been hacked.
Oh,
Jay
come
popped on
Bedoy.
earlier. Now,
You don't
the
think
chat's
she's like
been
a
Wait, but I thought that was 8/20/20. What was it, 8/4/20? I don't remember. Like, it's been so long. There was a hacker we dealt with before, but that was long time.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Was it 8/8?
Yeah, 8/8/20
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah, we are approaching that date. We are approaching that date, so it's possible.
I can never forget that date. We should bring back the shirts, like relaunch the shirts, man.
Maybe once I finish my probation, I can get a shirt.
Yes. When your apprenticeship is up, we send Panetta a shirt to unbox.
We'll expand
8/8/20 official.
Yep.
I gotta ask you, gentlemen,
Damn.
since we're on this subject, are you Team Liv or are you Team Rhea? I'll ask one more time. Are you Team Liv or are you Team Rhea?
It's not a fair comparison picture.
Would you like
What? What? However,
Here in the chat. I'm
like Mr. Beefy's correct. It's just like on one hand is one thing, on the other hand, I'm like, can Buddy Murphy fight?
That's
You're dealing with a single,
a very good point.
or you're dealing with somebody who may potentially be able to fight you.
But it's a risk I'm willing to take. Like, Liv is the type of girl that is so freaky she'll do it anywhere. Well, I feel like Mommy has more class, but she's still a freak. You know?
Good luck. Good luck. By the way. I don't know. I'd take a chance and fight Buddy Murphy.
I mean, does anybody else want to punch Buddy Murphy when he posts these pictures of him with his head resting on Rhea's ass? Like,
I want to thank the person who photoshopped him off or out of that photo.
That was hilarious.
like
That's you don't pick. Like you said, you're 50-50.
Right down the middle, Daddy.
I mean, she'll make you a really beefy, make you really beefy.
But Dom is one lucky son of a bitch. He really is, even if this is just his on-screen persona. Jones, we were saying earlier, like there's a few stories that are carrying WWE right now. And this is one of them.
It's one of the four. Yeah. Because it's this, the
We've got the
bloodline,
Bloodline, Punk and Drew.
fucking Drew. That's a never-ending story. And the other one would be the implosion of the Judgment Day.
I would say Bloodline too.
Well, Bloodline, yeah, or there's a few stories.
There are a few stories that are going on.
Oh no,
WWE is
the other one would be Gable and the Wyatt Six.
That's right. Even though that's still fairly new, but it has our attention.
And the washing machine is done.
I tried to mute my
100%.
microphone. I didn't want.
We all have the
jingle in
same
the
washing machine, so we know.
No, Joe's got a Samsung.
So does
Oh.
Jones.
Yeah.
That's an LG.
Oh.
That's what the elite buy.
LG for TVs. LG for TVs. All my
Whoa.
household appliances are Samsung.
I went there.
You can't go wrong with either brand, though. Honestly.
No, they're both the same.
I'd rather take a Samsung. It lasts longer.
They don't actually.
Yeah, they
at the
do.
reviews. Don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Talk to any service repair person.
Why don't you buy a Canadian brand, huh? How about that?
No, I'm buying
Don't you have any
Chinese.
Canadian like?
No, all we have is maple syrup and beavers. That's about it.
You should have like a maple leaf
syrup
ML.
on
You know,
beavers?
That's all we
Is
have.
that what you said? Maple syrup on beavers?
On beavers.
Okay.
That's
It's a
called,
100 episode. I'm going to go.
that's
there,
called
so-
foreplay in Canada.
Yeah, I was like, I don't care. It's 100 episodes, so I'm going to go there this year.
I believe in Joe.
Almost anything can happen tonight.
go upstairs now.
What?
Go
Me
upstairs.
puso
I'm not going to hear
dispuesta a
you
tus
say
pies.
I believe in Joe
What's
Hendry.
going on?
Y tan solo con desprecio me has pagado, pero ahora veía.
This is your
Una
fault.
vez dije
You guys
que
started-
te amaba. Hoy mi
Summer
ángel.
Night's back up, and he doesn't know what day it is.
Y una vez dije que te amaba, no sé lo que pensé, estaba loca. Si una vez dije que te amaba y que por ti la
What the hell is going on?
I guess that we're taking that literally anything can happen to a whole new level tonight.
Anything?
Almost anything.
Oh,
Not anything.
okay. For a second, I got my hopes up.
Yeah. I'm waiting for Canada to come out with a like maple. Whoa,
Holy fuck you! Anything can
Jeez.
happen.
You're
He's
muted.
muted.
All right, what's up, everybody? How are you?
Rookie
What's up,
mistake.
Vinny?
You just hear mouth.
Did you,
It's like a common theme when you pop up on PTM these days.
rocking the SummerSlam jersey. Excuse the echo, by the way, but thank you for having me on as your guest for PTM episode 100. I'm glad to be here. It's weird being a guest and having no control over anything. And to be honest, a part of me is like, you know what? I kind of like it because I'm being dominated. But then another part of me is like, I want control. I want to be a top.
I'm waiting for his phone to tip over again.
What's up, Juan?
He's got it secured.
I got the laptop on. Juan, I've missed you, my king. How are you, Juan? John Bedoy. We see Ethan in the chat. We got Say Mr. Beefy. Yo, I had a dream about Mr. Beefy the other night.
Did you?
I did. It was
It's
right after I watched Brokeback Mountain. I had a beautiful, wonderful dream about Mr. Beefy spitting in his hand. But anyway, that's for another day. That's for summer nights. Yeah, I got the
How the heck
times
are you,
fulfilled. Bro, I've been doing great, and I see. Listen, I'm really, really excited. Really excited. It's episode 100. That to me, that's just fucking incredible. Episode 100. Let me just come on. And to be honest, that's not episode 100 of like PTM channel, but that's just episode 100 of this live show with all of us on screen. We've had other episodes of interviews and stuff like that. We have some BAM episodes. You know what? Shout out to BAM 8820. What a era that was, right? What an era.
Did you say era or error? I'm just
Now
kidding.
the one thing is, I remember we started pounding the meat, right?
Whoa.
No, the name. I'm sorry, Jones. That's for another episode, what you and I do. But we started pounding the meat, I'd say 2020. It was COVID, right? And
Yep.
correct me if I'm wrong. It was COVID. And I remember I found these two gentlemen online first. I'm going to go in order of when I met everybody, right? So I remember meeting, we all were a part of the Beltomania audience. Remember that? Remember the it was called Beltomania at the time. Beltomania audience. And we were watching these fucking weirdos, these fucking no sex having individuals talk about wrestling belts. Right? And we were so bored during COVID that we said, you know what? I could stop having sex and collect wrestling belts as well. So that's exactly what we did. I met my first black friend ever, Mike Jones. Mike, how are you? I missed you. Love you. Love you so much.
You first.
And then I met this Puerto Rican sexy burrito having ass. The most beautiful individual in the fucking world.
A que llegue el
Cross.
primer tren.
J. Cross, listen.
Meneando el abanico.
I miss you so much.
He's Dominican. You said Puerto Rican. You're Puerto Rican.
Everybody's Puerto Rican to Vinny.
Su
Now,
reloj.
go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
Una tarde de primavera. Adiós.
Okay, I'm done with his bullshit.
Adios.
I'm done with his bullshit for tonight. Okay? No more singing.
Now,
I'm done with it.
Here's the thing. Then I met. Let me bring this sexy burrito back on. Then I met Joey V. Joey V. I remember we were in some BAM chats together. Remember that, Joey V?
Oh,
We were
yeah,
in the
the
BAM chats.
late nights.
The late night BAM chats with all these individuals that were absolutely weird as fuck. But I still am friends with a lot of them this day. And then I met this Canadian hunk of meat. This Canadian sex symbol.
Canadian.
Mr. Matt Panetta. And to be honest, I am so happy that I've met all these people on screen and many others I've met in the community. And I can't believe that we named this show Pounding the Meat. That was a joke. It was originally a joke, a fucking joke. And we actually, I said, you know what? I think it can work. And we did it. Then we named it PTM because we couldn't sell any merchandise with Pounding the Meat on it. So we changed the
I don't know. I still have the We Lay the Pipe shirt. I almost wore it tonight.
So thank you all. I'm so happy to be here. Cheers, everybody. I drop a new album tonight. It's called The Death of Slim Shady, Coupe de Gras. Looking forward to it. Enjoy it. Jay, do you have anything to say, my king?
Can't hear you. No.
Hey, Shy Ronnie, turn your mic on. Speak up.
You know something? I muted the mic because I wasn't supposed to come on, and then they're gonna put me on the spot. You see what happened? Wait, okay. Listen, as I was saying, sorry, Joe. You know what? No, that's wrong. I shouldn't be doing that. My bad. I apologize. No, episode 100. Thank you guys for doing what you do, really, and thank you all guys for tuning in. Because at the end of the day, that's what we hear. People just come in and talk. Everybody can chill. Everybody have a good time. But go out there and see the sun. Get some sun. Man, I don't know. Dip yourself in the pools. I don't dip in pools because people be peeing in the pool. People tell you that they get out, but they don't be getting out. That's why I don't go in the pools. And this is why you shouldn't have me on. But I'm serious. Like, people pee in the pool, so that's why I'm like, nah, man. But I'll go to the lake though. I know people pee in the lake too. But I know, man. I know. You know what? Just get me on screen. Get me out of here.
Lake.
Fish shit in the lake.
Listen, man. I know, bro. I know what you're saying. I see it, but
The chlorine
I don't know.
helps, though, Jay.
I know it does. But for some reason, I don't know. But thank you. Episode 100. Mwah. You guys are great.
Jay, have you ever tried a little urine? I mean, it's actually pretty good for you. There's protein, there's carbohydrates, there's vitamins, there's vitamin D.
Bro, how long did they
vitamin
leave the bleach on, bro? How long, bro? No, seriously, like how long?
A long ass time, bro.
Okay, no, all right. No, hey, it's okay, bro. You good.
You look like Hulk Hogan.
What are you
with the
drinking?
bleach hair with the mustache.
Again, fuck me, right? I am drinking a little, I've always promoted this Sheepdog.
Nice.
This is peanut butter whiskey. It's actually very good stuff. I am about 2.5 glasses in, had a couple shots. I said, it's episode 100. Why not have an adult beverage, right? A lot of people in the chat that I recognize, man. It's crazy. Nothing will ever touch the Olympus chat. I'll never forget the Olympus chat. So Vinny was looking for guys online. Chris Hansen. Listen. Bedoy, listen. You know, I liked your photo on Instagram. I can easily unlike it real quick. And then you're going to lose yourself in the algorithm. So relax.
Okay. Oh, yeah. They probably like 5-10 minutes longer than usual. That's how much they left it on. But it's okay. You'll be fine.
Panetta, I have a question for you, by
Yes,
the way,
sir.
Panetta.
You can ask me
Mr.
anything, Vinny.
Mr. Panetta, first of all, shout out to Mr. Panetta for the fucking thumbnails. God damn.
You inspired me.
The thumbnail game is still going strong. I was impressed because he kept the same background, the same theme, all that kind of shit. But man, thank you for the beautiful thumbnails while I have been away meeting men online using Grindr. Thank you so much, my king. I really appreciate it.
We told him if you don't keep the same thumbnail, you're gone.
Don't.
So that's why you're at a hotel.
Yeah,
I
I'm
get
at
it.
a hotel
Okay.
right now.
All right, it's all connecting, baby. It's all connecting.
We'll see you on Dateline later.
That's why he bleached his hair, man.
They love it. They love it. You know?
He's like Johnny Chulo from Alpha Dog.
I'm telling you, Panetta be cooking on the thumbnails, bro.
He
Honestly.
do be cooking, bro. Hey, look,
Remember how controlling I was on those thumbnails? I was like, no, I got it. I got Photoshop. I'm good to go. But this motherfucker steps in the game. Listen, Vinny, are you low-key twink? What is twink? I'm not up to date on all the Twitter, the X jargon. What is twink? I could assume, since a Twinkie...
Has nothing to do with X.
A Twinkie is... What's a Twinkie made out of? What's a Twinkie?
It's a sponge and cream.
Cream.
Cream? No, but what's on the outside of a Twinkie?
The sponge?
The spongy part. Is that cake?
It's
It's
like
a sponge cake.
Cake. So I'm
have a
assuming
fried one.
that being a low-key twink means I have cake
You really want to know what a twink means?
with cream inside. Is that what that means?
No.
Think about it, baby. You there? Think about it.
You're getting close.
Think
Let
about
me
it.
think about that. Cream inside a cake. Well,
Cake.
Rihanna
Think about
said
cake.
cake.
Think about
cake,
bakeries.
cake,
Just
cake,
bakeries walking around.
Cake. Rihanna would always sing cake. So I'm assuming that's ass, right? That's ass.
Wow.
And then white cream in the middle of ass. I'm assuming Juan is telling me that I like to take it in the ass. Am I correct?
I'll just say
That's
this.
essentially it. Yes.
I'll just say, if you're a twink, you love Grindr.
All right. Well, Jay, let's not discuss our meetings in 2020 then. And I'll say I'm not a twink. I am not a twink.
Sounds good.
We saw the
right.
Polaroids.
Pictures don't lie.
I do want to say something. I remember some pictures that spread online rather quickly in the last 3 years. I remember a person that hates me, loves me, hates me, loves me. His name is David Babel. Remember David Babel, everybody? Who remembers David Babel? Raise your hand.
All right,
Raise
he's
your
all right.
hand.
He's getting off the. He's got to go, man. Okay, you know this.
No. No.
Oh my goodness.
I just talked to him. I got confirmation that I could speak about this. But who remembers seeing that Mr. Beefy picture being spread around? He made about $10 using OnlyFans, so I
I think
appreciate
Ethan was his only subscriber, but
No.
It was
no.
two
There
subscribers,
Yeah,
two
the
subscribers.
slut was too.
Ethan and James Taylor, those two. Shout out to Mr. David Babel because he was, courageous enough to show us what the Tower of Babel looks like.
Who remembers that night when he released it, and then we shared it with another podcast that was going on after us, and they were cussing us out left and right because.
Man, y'all be remembering a whole bunch of stuff that I don't even know happened. Okay. Bro. And with that being said, mwah, have a good night. Jesus.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now. We've experienced a lot on this channel. We've talked to many wrestlers, and two of them have sadly passed away. I was just thinking about it the other day. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was saying, two guests of ours have passed.
Yeah.
Can any of you recall who both of them are?
I know.
Virgil.
All right,
New
Wait, why both of them gotta be black?
that's so true. There's nothing racist about both of them being African American.
No more black
Jones.
Y'all not
Jones.
No. Nope.
You can't help your skin color, Jones. Two of them passed away. Sadly, Virgil, one of our best friends on the podcast, Virgil, and Mr. New Jack,
Who
sadly passed away.
PTM was his last interview.
That's crazy. That's incredible. Dude, you're right.
Weren't you supposed to air that the week that he passed?
No, the
Bro,
day he passed.
the day.
He passed, bro.
The fucking day.
That's insane.
I was literally, bro, this is how it went down. Literally, I had the interview ready to go. We were going to launch it at like 5 o'clock Eastern or some shit, right? I go to it's about a half hour before I'm going to release the interview. Bro, I get a text message from, I forget it, Bobby, I think it was. Bobby goes,
those
bro,
are my guys.
New Jack passed away.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my goodness. So then I held the interview for 1 week. And I look back, and maybe I shouldn't have, but I don't know. You know, I thought I did the right thing at the time. I thought I did the right thing at the time.
I know what happened.
What happened?
Jimmy Hart was with Bobby.
That's right, Jimmy Hart. And Jimmy Hart did recommend to hold off on it for a week or something like that.
Somebody to get in touch with.
I got in touch with his wife, New Jack's wife.
Yes.
I got in touch with New Jack's wife. And she approved it. She's like, go for it. But she respected that we held it.
I think
Jimmy Hart.
in hindsight, it was the right choice.
Well, Jimmy Hart recommended it to be get in touch with a certain gentleman named Conrad Thompson.
That's right. Oh, that's right, Mr. Conrad Thompson. And then it was launched on whatever their channel is.
Ad-free shows.
Ad-free shows. Still ad-free shows. And we got to be put on there, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, rest in peace to New Jack, and rest in peace to fucking Virgil, man. I miss that
Breadstick
motherfucker
King.
so much.
The meat stick.
Fucking Virgil. What a character he was. You know, we were planning an interview with Virgil in Olive Garden. Like a nice sit down with him. And I was going to buy him unlimited breadsticks.
Oh, man.
Maybe hire a couple prostitutes to come and sit with him. And it was going to be a really fun show. So shout out to Virgil. Rest in peace, my king. You'll always be my breadstick king. Yeah. Love you.
Virgil, we have a super chat. D wants to know, Virgil, you ever made love to Dusty's LA Sapphire? Sapphire? No, hell! It's my favorite. It's one of my favorite clips.
What? By the way, what's been going? Dude, I've been out of the belt collecting hobby.
You're not missing anything.
Is there any drama? Anything fun that I'm missing? I miss the drama. I really do. I'm not gonna lie. I do miss it. I miss it so much.
A lot of unnecessary drama.
Look at Jay. Jay saying,
we're not bringing it up here.
It's not 2020 anymore.
We're not a hobby show. There is
God
other hobby shows.
Maybe Jay will talk about it on summer nights. I heard Jay's talking about all the hobby drama on summer nights. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know.
The only thing that's worth
it's not. I'm sorry.
You're talking about sneakers.
I'm sorry.
The only thing that is worth mentioning from the hobby, because this is where we started, right?
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's how we all met. Yeah.
Right? The only thing that's worth mentioning, it's not drama, it's actually pretty sad news. Mr. Colin Suave, my Canadian friend from Brampton, Ontario, sadly passed away a couple days ago.
Oh my God.
I wasn't super close with Colin, but we talked frequently. I talked to him a few days before he passed.
Wow.
There's a lot of guys that are friends with us or extensions or people that we know that were very close to him, people that saw him the day that he passed. So there's a lot of people that are mourning Colin's loss. My heart goes out to Colin's family, to his two sons, and to anybody who was close to him. Losing anybody. It's not easy, bro. So
he was the shower guy, right? Remember the shower meme? Oh man, that's so sad. You know, I look back and I see all the drama that we had, and we helped a lot of people. You know, disposing of some incels of this hobby. But I will say that Colin, listen, he was a good guy at heart. He had no ill will. he was just confused during that situation. But I do. That's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad because he was a genuine human being.
He's a good person. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's really sad. So rest in peace, Colin. Wow. You said cancer? What was it? Cancer?
Yeah, he had cancer then.
Oh, cancer sucks, man. Fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer. Fuck cancer, man. Wow. I gotta find the shower video that I made. I remember I made a meme with him, and it was like, what are those house shows where they fix up homes?
Like Love It or List It or Fix It.
Yeah. And I included his, I have a shower in the middle of like that show.
I have a shower.
He was a good sport, man. He
was fun. He
Yeah,
was cool.
He was funny. He was cool about it. Like
Aw,
he could take
that's
a joke,
sad,
man.
man.
Like he was a good guy.
Aw.
So he'll be missed. And I know a lot of guys watching, and a lot of guys in the wrestling belt hobby were good friends with him.
Wow.
Affected by that.
You just never know when you're gonna go, bro.
No, bro, that's the thing. Like, despite all the drama, despite the podcast, bro, like it's so much bigger than these shows that we do this for fun.
It's funny.
Things that matter, bro, are the relationships and the connections that we build.
You're so right. I look at, I remember when we were in the middle of, there's pretty big drama during the 2021, 2022 era. I'd say the hobby was at its peak in 2020 to 2021. It was at like a peak level, right? And so I look, if anyone's new to the wrestling belt hobby or wrestling collecting community, right? Because Jay hates the word hobby. He literally wants to cut his taint off when he hears the word hobby. So I'll say wrestling belt community. I will say, or the wrestling collecting community, I will say, bro, when you look back on it, you realize how minuscule all that shit really is. And you look back and you go, you know what? The friendships I've made that are still lasting to this day, to this motherfucking day, 3 years in, to people I've met on the fucking internet. It's incredible. I mean, I've met some of these people in person from the fucking internet and have built brotherhoods and relationships with these people. And so, listen, I wouldn't take any of the drama too seriously. Makers this, makers that, fucking,
Bro.
all that bullshit. It's fun to watch as an outsider. It's hilarious, especially when you're bored at work or something, but it's really not that serious. Only when we helped people being scammed by thousands and thousands of dollars, I think it really matters. So, but honestly, bro, keep the drama going. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. I'll tell you right now, I love that shit. I will bathe in it. I will wash my scrotum with it. Love it.
So for those of out there watching, this is what I'm going to say. Vinny's one of them people. You know what? You want to know why traffic gets backed up when there's an accident? He's the one sitting there parked, staring at it.
Even if it's in the opposite lane.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ.
No, Nico says it right, bro. It's all noise at the end of the day.
It is, but it's funny.
Sure, it's
some people,
fun. It's silly
fun.
to watch, but some of these guys take it way too fucking serious, bro. It's
Oh my
2024.
God.
What I find hilarious is it's people you're never gonna meet in real life.
Ever. Ever. They're literally defending or bashing people in Pakistan that they'll never meet. Like, honestly, like, I'll be real with you. A lot of defending and the bashing, there's always some sort of reward at the end of the day, right? If I'm going to defend a specific belt maker, or if I'm going to bash a specific belt maker, there is a motive.
Of course.
That, like, listen, whoever I'm defending, I'm going to get a discount on my next title, right? I'm going to get something from that motherfucker on my next purchase. Why the fuck? Honestly, why the fuck would you go online and defend someone you've never met without any type of reward? That's insane to me. It's just, let's be realistic here.
Hey, CS, I want this belt in 6 months. If you know.
Classic Shields. I would take a belt from Classic Shields any day of the fucking week. I fucking love them. I don't give a fuck how long it takes to get a belt. They're the best in the business. They always will be.
What a
But
fucking
I
mark.
never, listen,
You
I
sound
don't
like
know
an
what.
elitist.
Listen. I don't mind them. I think they're dope as fuck. Do they take forever? Yeah. Will I have gray pubic hairs by the time I get my belt? Yeah. But you know what? I get good quality.
I
That's
need
all
to
it
know
matters
one
me.
thing. Does the carpet match the curtains, Vinny?
Ooh, you want to know?
Wow.
You know.
Did you bleach the bottom? Is what he wants to know.
Do you really want
what
to
I
know?
wanna
Do you
know.
really want to know?
I
Do you
do.
really want to know?
You can stand
I'll
up.
never tell.
Did you
I'll
really
never
carve a maple leaf down there?
Just for tonight's episode.
I'll never fucking tell, bro.
All right.
I mean, you can't say. I'll say this: you can't say that you'll wait forever for CS because that's a, people cry about that.
For a
Mr.
very long
Beefy,
time.
Did you bleach your asshole? Should I tell him? Should I tell him?
Look at all the inquiries now. They're all
Everyone
coming
wants to
in.
know what I've bleached. This is crazy. Listen, sign up for my OnlyFans and maybe you'll find out. This is a rated G show. Gangsters, rated gangsters,
Jeez.
Gentlemen, I'll be
episode
right back.
100.
I have to urinate. It's probably the same color as my hair, but I'll be right back.
Jones, you want to get us back on track?
We're too far off the rails to get back on track. But let's see.
Why
This
are
is
we
a
laid out
wrestling
like
show,
this?
isn't it? Huh?
Why are we laid out?
You don't like this?
There we go.
Ah.
I fixed it. Back away.
Relax, guy. Relax. This has never been a G-rated show. This has always been at least PG-13, borderline. Actually,
Don't diss your man, or then you
Actually,
won't bless
no.
your mother.
because of my foul mouth. Has always been our show.
Listen, what I'm saying, it's for real, not playing. Jones is the man, so hit your knees and start praying. He said PG-13.
Yeah, I knew the vibe. Let's see. Where do we want to start as far as wrestling?
How about last Saturday? There was a PLE.
Oh yeah, I was there. Oh, well, actually, you were there.
Yeah,
This is Nico's, actually. I said to Joe earlier,
must
if
be
he
nice.
was nicer to me, he would have gotten one too. But I'm the asshole.
Don't worry, Nico. I'm gonna send you something for SummerSlam, but this is for Nico.
It was a good show. You can say whatever the hell you want about the outcome, about the botch, about this, about that. It was fun. It's my first Hunter era PLE event. Dude, I had a good time. A really good time. It was a lot of fun.
Was the juice worth the squeeze?
Yes. It absolutely.
How was the crowd noise? 'Cause
It-
they were comparing
honestly,
it with.
I will say it was one of the loudest events I've ever been to. Not just wrestling events, one of the loudest sporting events I've ever been to. That crowd was hot from the very beginning, from the opening match until the end. They were hot. They were on their feet. There are moments where they cooled off a little bit. But that happens with every show. Or a certain match might bring the mood down just a little bit. There might be a bathroom break here and there. But it was a hot crowd. I think they were showing the decimal meter on
Yes.
television, right? Or on pay-per-view on the... You guys don't have the network anymore. I was going to say the
And
network.
we have Peacock, which was like a delay.
Yeah.
Because when I was texting you guys, I think at first, too, the delay was pretty...
10 to 15 seconds. Back.
Yeah. Good evening, Humble. Thanks for
Hello,
watching.
Humble.
Yeah, man. How did it sound on television? How did it sound on your end?
So the crowd didn't disappoint.
Dude, they were on fire. Let's go through.
Still no France, but that's not
Yeah, but
fair.
they're deprived.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Like Scotland, France, they're deprived. They don't get any of these events.
What's going on here?
True.
Joey, do the voice for me.
What voice, baby? Newman Ali, good quality maker, baby. Right.
Why do I even show up to work?
Gotta get that Newman Ali shirt, baby. Good quality maker.
Oh my god.
Good quality cigars.
I did hear that Josh Hammer passed. Is that true?
I haven't
I heard that through the grapevine. Is that true?
heard anything, so I'm not.
There would be only one person to ask, I guess.
I'll reach out to Eddie, find out. Let me text him.
Oh my god.
Text Eddie.
Why am I here?
Eddie Williams. Hey, Eddie.
Your old pal Vin Man.
Eddie, it's your old buddy. It's your old buddy Vin, the one that snitched on you.
Oh my god.
Hope all is well. Have any more kids?
No.
I hope not, because you were loaded already. Anyway, how's life? Cool. Mine's great.
We're all
Have
trying
any
to
old
figure that
Mayan
out.
belts for sale? Have any old Mayan AEWs for $700 left? No? Oh well. Anyway, is Josh Hammer dead? Did he croak? Let me know. Your pal, Vin Man. Hopefully he responds.
You'll let us know if you got an answer.
Nah, you know what? I think he's too scared to respond to me. I think he's too scared. What is Humble 85? It's been forever. How are you? Goodness gracious. Shout out to Humble 85. King J. Sean. Shout out to King J. Sean. Shout out to John Bedoy. Shout out to Nico. Shout out to Say Mr. Beefy. All the people that I recognize in the chat. How many of you recognize certain people that have been here for the long haul? Put them up on the screen, man. Some of these people, they've been with us for years, honestly. And to have people support the channel with four dimwits talking about wrestling and wrestling belt hobby draw, it's incredible. It's incredible that you take the time to chill with us. So I appreciate all of you. Every single one of you. You are all fucking awesome. And with that, we are discussing. We're in the early conversations. And I talked to Jay about this. Hopefully he doesn't yell at me. Jay, am I allowed to talk about this? Let me look down at the background. He doesn't know. So that's okay. Possibly. So where is WrestleMania this year?
Next year in Vegas.
It's in Vegas.
Or next year it's in Las Vegas, right? Now I remember I was like, yeah, we're all going to Philly. Yeah. And then I became a pussy. I turned into a slit with cream in the middle. I turned into a vagina. Now I know what my schedule is going to be like, and I believe that we can meet up for WrestleMania. If you are down to meet us at WrestleMania, give me a fuck me in the ass.
In the chat.
How about
In the
no?
Let me know, because I'll be there. Jones, I know Jones will be there because he does what we tell him to do. Panetta, I know it's a very, very long flight for you, but there is a possibility that, Canadian, you can cross the border and possibly meet up with us. Joey, there is a possibility, hopefully. You never know.
Reclaiming what's mine.
You are the head of the meat.
As we were saying about Money in the Bank, so someone talks about I do what people tell me to do. That's not my vocabulary anymore. What did you think about the matches, sir?
I really enjoyed them.
What was your favorite match?
Fuck. I gotta get back into
We can start with the. We can actually we'll go in order. We'll start with the men's Money in the Bank contest since that's opened the show.
I will say the outcome was expected. The match was good. Yet I find that the women's ladder match had more exciting spots and captivated the crowd more so than the men's Money in the Bank match. I'm not sure if that translated the same as it did on screen, like it did in the arena, but the women's ladder match, man, what an exciting! Those women went out to put it all on the line. Not to say that the men didn't take the risks, but there weren't as many high spots. I know Andrade put Carmelo Hayes jumped off the ladder and power bombed him onto that, but like it was dangerous. Any ladder match is dangerous, but I think it was expected that Drew won. What was not expected was how Punk would later screw him. I think we all knew that something was going to happen, but I don't know. I don't know if that was expected too. But a lot of people are mad about that too. They say the Money in the Bank was wasted. The men's Money in the Bank was wasted. What are your thoughts on that, Jones and Joey? You feel the same?
So the men's, like I thought Andrade and Mello showed out in there. I thought those were like the two high risk takers and like go getter, like, you know, like they were gonna do the spot fest, like the big ladder spots. There's gonna be some botches in ladder matches, okay? When you have multiple people, it's just gonna happen. Okay. I figured Jay was gonna win, but I wasn't mad when Drew won. Okay. And then, you know, I don't know if I should shoot or not, but
Go for
there
it.
is some geriatric old people that don't like ladder matches. Okay. There's some wrestling fans that are like, I don't like ladder matches. You know, it's, well, guess what? It's going to happen. Okay. Ladder matches are here to stay. Okay. Either like it or you don't. They say, oh, it hurts. I was watching an interview with Shelton Benjamin with Chris Van Vliet. He, like, they asked him.
Canadian.
Yeah, well, half Canadian. I'll say that. He moved to the States. He's smart. So, you know,
The abuse I take.
they asked Shelton, you know, like the ladder spot at WrestleMania and the Money in the Bank when he fell off, you know, and did the spot onto the ladder. That has to hurt. And Shelton's like, it doesn't hurt, you know. It's just like there's like a little, when he lands and then you bounce up and then you hit like the one little rung or whatever, that hurt his back like a little bit. But he said laying on the ladder doesn't hurt. I just don't get these wrestling fans. I don't know. Maybe if they're not caught up with the times or they're still living in the 80s, even some fans that like, you know, like they're just like casuals. Botches. I understand it's botches. Like I said, it's going to happen.
I think you could make the argument that the Money in the Bank PLE is overdone. A lot of people are kind of tired of that. Maybe just keep it at WrestleMania, right? And leave it there. But Jones, I want to hear your thoughts, bro, before we move on.
Okay, since he semi-shot, I'm going to completely shoot. Let's be serious here for a minute to borrow a Canadian's term. Besides Drew winning and failing a cash-in, who did you really realistically think was going to fucking get a successful cash-in?
Nobody.
Because who was going to cash in on Cody? None of them. Who was going to cash in on, I'm going to say it, who's going to cash in on Gunther? Nobody. So having that briefcase would have been completely pointless for a man. Plus, if you really want to go in statistically into it, the men are always known for holding the briefcase forever. It makes more sense for the women to do so.
Mm-hmm.
To hold it a little longer. However, I don't see it going past SummerSlam with a briefcase, honestly. Just being real.
Well, it's like this. Okay, you got like when Drew won and he cashed it in. Okay, you had some people upset. This is what I don't get with wrestling fans. They're short like attention span. Oh, why did Drew cash it in? That was a wasted spot. But then you also complain when they hold on to the briefcase for months and months and they don't cash it in. Which one do you want? You can't have both ways. Okay? Drew cashing in was the perfect spot because Punk screwed him over. It helps the storyline. That's how you continue to build the story and the heat. It's Wrestling 101. Everybody's done it. If you don't like it, stop watching the shit. Okay?
Bro, people are missing the
Drew
plot.
to lose.
Like, I just don't get it. With,
No,
like,
you guys summed it up perfectly. I think people are missing the plot of the intent of Money in the Bank this year. Like Jones said, who realistically was going to cash in and be successful? No one in that match.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, look at it this way. He threw the ladder like a dart and hit Jay in the face with it.
Yeah.
That was a money spot.
The only way I could see it is if Jay won it and then Solo beat Cody somehow. Then I could potentially
Sure. But we know that's not going to happen.
Yeah. But with Drew winning and the failed cash in with Punk interfering, it was.
And it also screws over Seth Rollins, which we
Yes.
saw play out on Monday Night Raw this week when they had that promo that Seth actually, in my opinion, came out on as the bigger man.
You know what I love? Because that's also storytelling. What match was supposed to happen at WrestleMania?
Seth and Punk.
Seth and Punk.
Yeah.
I think they're still building towards that match next year at Mania.
I
potentially.
think so, Joe. I think that's going to be the Punk main event, Mania main event that it's been a long time coming. And Joe, I know you guys going to SummerSlam. You guys are likely going to be seeing Drew and Punk. This is long-term storytelling on its finest. And Drew and Punk are going to be having more than one bout. And yeah, Seth is tied into this, and he has been since Punk returned. Right? Go back to at Survivor Series when Punk came out and Seth threw his little hissy fit.
Mm-hmm.
People, I don't know if, like you said, is it a short attention span, Joey? Like, do the people just forget what happened so many months ago?
Like, they complain when something doesn't last long, but then they complain when it does, when a story does last. It's like pick your port. Like, you can't have it both ways. Like,
yeah,
come on, man.
It is what it is. People are going to be happy. People are going to not be happy. They're going to find some flaw in the match. But I think it was the right move. It's just my opinion, but I think it was the right move. I will say, though, that seeing Jey Uso's entrance live in living color was something to experience. Yeah. That was, man, like the energy and the vibe in the arena. He's got that aura about him. He can really grab the audience.
Can't wait.
So, we all agree, the right man won.
Absolutely. Especially with what happens a little bit later and then what's to come. What was the second match? It's a bit of a blur for me right now.
Sami Zayn versus
Sami Zayn and Braun.
Yeah.
Now the home country boy. Now this is where I'm going to shoot a little bit on Canada. Jones, hold me back if I speak out of line. But first and foremost, I know he's the hometown boy, but if you're going to cheer for a Canadian on that show, there were two others that I was cheering for. One being Chelsea Green, and two, Kevin Owens. I don't like Sami Zayn. It doesn't do anything for me, especially as an Intercontinental title. I was hoping Braun Breaker would eat him alive. I wanted him to run over Braun Breaker and destroy him in the middle of that ring. I was very disappointed with the outcome of this match. Sami is not an Intercontinental champion. There's nothing believable about Sami Zayn. against a guy like Braun Breaker, who's like a freight train, bro. He's a freight train. And Sami Zayn beats him clean in his first PLE. No. Jones, you could disagree.
It's not that I disagree with you. However, this is the guy they chose to beat Gunther. So that says a lot. He beat Gunther. So therefore, Braun Breaker beat Gunther as well. So Sami Zayn is supposed to be equal to Braun Breaker. And even though that equation may seem weird to you, it's like to build up the credibility, you kind of have to have Sami go over. And he barely won. It wasn't like he just Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's like Sami got tested. Braun came out this looking like $1 million. It shows he's still young, hungry, and humble.
You know, Jones, just because they say that all men are created equal doesn't mean that Sami Zayn should have won.
I never said I thought I would have picked him to win. I'm saying I understand from a booking standpoint. Sometimes it makes Braun more angrier. Look at what he did to him on Raw.
It's not enough.
I think they're building towards maybe a no-holds-barred match at SummerSlam or some type of stipulation.
I just don't want them to put other guys in the match and turn it into a triple threat or
That fatal four-way would have been fine.
Yeah.
Because remember, that's what it was supposed to be.
That's what it should have been at Money in the Bank.
But we got somebody injured.
Yeah. You gotta throw Sheamus into that match?
Sheamus does eventually have to win the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
But I think Braun does need to carry a secondary title before he goes to the world title.
100%. You can't push him to the moon just yet. He's got to win a secondary or mid-card title, hold it for a while, and become a credible force before going after a world championship, in my opinion.
He's only going to get better.
He will.
Your thoughts, Joe?
Man, I really wish Braun would win. I do not like Sammy. I call him Salmon. Whatever. That's what he looks like to me. Salmon color. I get what they're doing. You beat Gunther's longest Intercontinental title reign. So now you're looking Sammy unstoppable, where it looks like he cannot beat these people and he keeps defying the odds. I get it. But I just don't believe him as IC champion.
I hope you get to see him lose at SummerSlam.
Oh, man.
He's held the title for long enough. It's time.
Just not digging it. That's something I'm liking.
And our next match was for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Most controversial match.
It was a good match. I liked it.
Great match.
A very good match. But unfortunately, and this is where wrestling fans can be fickle, that spot with Priest not kicking out on the 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, seeing it in person, everybody was losing their shit. What the hell just happened?
Yeah.
And then I went back and I watched it to see what you guys saw on the screen, and it was worse. It was worse with the camera right in their faces. And I don't know what Priest was doing. Was he supposed to kick out? Because
I wonder if like the backstage missed their cue. What?
Priest wiggled his fingers, which means he was trying to regain feeling in his body. Priest got a stinger, or he either was knocked out cold. The problem I have is there's an old rule. This has been delivered to me by wrestlers and podcasts. You count 3 no matter what. The referee screwed that spot up. There's no way around it. Because Drew could have still cashed in and failed. And if Priest could have lost the belt back on Monday.
Yep. And it still would have furthered Seth's hatred for Punk.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if there's anyone to blame, I think it's not fair to point the finger at Damien, especially if he was knocked unconscious. The ref should have counted the 3.
I wonder if that's why there's talk about a ref cam.
Yeah.
Like
that makes sense. But Doy, the thing about the cue with the music, here's the thing. If you hear music while you're doing a pin, are you really going to stop counting?
Yeah. And does that mean you don't kick out?
Yeah, and Seth wouldn't look so confused.
Yeah, he did.
It's kind of like the Moxley and Ray Phoenix spot in AEW.
Out cold, and you
Very
just
similar.
like, yo, stop the match. He can get the belt back.
Don't give him another power bomb on his head afterward. Like, but then Drew comes out like he said he was going to, cashed in, and was screwed over by Mr. CM Punk, who is slowly turning into the heel that we all want him to be.
What are you doing? My job.
You used my Govey, Michael. Dude, that promo on Raw, that was not a face promo by any means. When he apologized to Seth and he says, but that's the most heel thing that he could do. I'm sorry, Joey, but oh, I'm loving it, man. This storyline.
There's fans here. There's fans here.
There's fans on that side of the camera.
Yeah.
Jesus, bro. Oh man, nice subtle chat. But it played out, man. It was exciting. It was awesome to see Punk. Dude, I got to see Punk and Cena on the same show. That was pretty cool.
I forgot to even mention that part. Yeah.
You know what's great about Punk is like you see him at these press conferences for the PLEs and looks like he's in a good space.
Well, he was eating Tim Hortons and drinking Tim Hortons coffee, so of course.
But I mean, like, it's a different, machine. We've all said it. Like, you hear Ethan Page ask, like, yo, the difference, and he says it's a different machine up here. I think when Punk really, there's, Punk has said, like, damn, maybe I wish I wouldn't have left. Maybe I should have stayed. It's just. But Triple H told him, no, you had to leave and then come back. I think that it's for everybody.
Yeah, just like Cody. Cody had to leave, just like Drew. Drew had to leave. These guys had to find themselves and reinvent themselves. Mm-hmm. But dude, let's deviate for a second. John Cena coming out and announcing his retirement in 2025. For a lot of the younger audience members, and I'm thinking of John Bedoy, this was his childhood, bro.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, like John Cena retiring is like an end of an era for a lot of these younger fans.
I mean, Bedoy was like 2 when Cena said ruthless aggression. I mean,
right? Like that's his whole wrestling fandom, man. Like for him to add, like even I have a brother who's 10 years younger than me that I got to watch wrestling at a very 10 months. Like you're 10 months old.
I mean, my favorite is there's like a picture of little Tyke Nico with Cena, little Tyke Nico.
But man, if you figure for the last 20 years, John Cena has been on our TV screens more or less.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's been on top longer than I think any other wrestler.
But he retired before The Rock.
Don't do that. Come on.
He retired before Chris, please go away, Jericho.
Gets so much heat every damn segment.
But I think when like you don't want to, over welcome your stay.
I'm glad he's going out on his own terms.
Yeah.
Yes.
At this point, give him his 17th.
I hope they do. I really hope they do, because I think if anyone deserves to beat that record, it's John Cena.
It was The Rock's idea, of course. You're right, good boy.
It's The Rock's idea for a lot of things.
But I mean, look at Cena's career, you know, like look at all these wrestlers that he can't face. Carmelo Hayes, a Braun Breaker, a Gunther, and Cena. Come on. Get a Cena and Punk again. Like,
there's
Cena
a lot
and
of
Cody.
throwback matches that we could see, and there's a lot of young guys that he can work with. I wouldn't mind seeing AJ Styles and John Cena.
I'm calling it right now, Cena and Orton at WrestleMania.
I think that's almost guaranteed to happen. That's another end of an era.
Yeah.
AJ, you could put him on like Velocity, bring that back. You know, he'll be fine on there.
Shout out to AJ. He's actually over in Japan right now.
Oh, that's nice.
Got to mention Noah this weekend.
They got to keep
Or
him
next
over
week.
there.
Next week.
You know.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, AJ's just a jobber right now in WWE, so it's good. You know, put him over there, get a few little wins.
We have some breaking news.
I'm done with my timeout. I apologize to Matt Panetta, Mike Jones, Joey V. Jay, can you come on for this real quick, please, my king? Jay, how are you? It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to.
And he's back full time.
I will say this. First of all, before we continue the wrestling talk, I wanted to announce that we will be releasing a PTM 100 t-shirt. A PTM 100 t-shirt. You know, and what we're going to do is we're going to have some type of PTM 100 logo on the front and on the back. We're going to have every username of everyone that viewed the live show with us. So we will have something that says Mr. Beefy on the back, which is, you know, perfectly fitting for a Pounding the Meat shirt. But something that shows everyone that was with us for PTM 100. And Jay, anything else that you would like to say for episode 100? What do you say? How do you say that in Spanish? Cien?
Cien. Yeah.
I knew it.
Bro, yeah, you got it.
PTM 100, I was there.
I was there. You know,
like
I am half Puerto Rican, so I know half the numbers. So at least I got that one.
No, I got nothing else to say. Thank you so much for the viewership, for the times, for the memories, for everything. Thank you for coming on, for interacting with us. Really, it's why we come on. So we really appreciate you.
So Jay has brought back his series for the summer. It's called Summer Nights 2024.
Hold on a second. Don't make me responsible for that. That's not on me. That's Jones and Joey have dragged me into this. Don't.
Okay. Well,
no, that's a PTM series. It does not. They dragged me into this. I was here minding my business, playing some Legos.
He has been forced to start his series, his summer series called Summer Nights 2024, where they talk about a lot of stuff. They talk about porn. They talk about movies. They talk about viral TikToks. They talk about some murder mysteries, some sneakers. Right? Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Yeezys. They have still not mentioned any Yeezys yet. So hopefully that will come down the pike sometime. Juan, I do want to reach out to Juan and say, Juan, he watched, he's basically been here for all fucking 100 episodes. I've always seen Juan here. Shout out to Juan.
Thank you, Juan.
Us Puerto Ricans, we stick together. So I'm looking forward to the PTM shirt coming out. I will make sure that's done and available for everybody. But I just want to say a quick thank you to Mr. Matt Panetta, to Mr. Mike Jones, to Mr. Joey V, for you guys holding it down, talking wrestling when I couldn't, when I'm barely even have enough time to watch TikToks of wrestling. I did watch Money in the Bank. I was totally confused at what happened with Damian Priest. I have no idea whose fault it is. I was absolutely flabbergasted at what happened. He's Mexican American. He's Puerto Rican to me, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. So when that happened, let me just say this: when that happened, I automatically thought it was Damian Priest's fault. For some reason, for some strange reason, even if the music doesn't turn on for Drew McIntyre to come out, you save the story, which means kicking out. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I can't blame anybody because I don't know what really happened backstage. But I still, that was the one thing I truly remember from Money in the Bank was that huge error. I thought the women had the best Money in the Bank match as far as they held it down. Shout out Tiffy Time. Good for her. I applaud her, Tiffy Time. She's killing it right now. Killing it. She is such a bitch, and I love it. The men's wrestling, the men's Money in the Bank match was okay. It was a little mid to me. That was all right. And then the main event was fun. I really enjoyed the main event. The Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn get a bad rap. All right. I thought it was a decent match. I didn't think it was too bad. I like Braun. Hopefully he elevates after this, but that was my take on Money in the Bank. But thank you all so much. I'm going to let the gentleman here continue the wrestling talk and finish it out. But once again, love you, Matt. Love you, Jones. Love you, Joey. And Jay, you always have my virginity. Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon.
It's like a family reunion. It's nice.
And we'll hold them to that T-shirt. So if the T-shirts don't show up, don't come for us. Come for Vinny.
Yep.
Because he said it, not us.
We'll release his address and his location coordinates.
Yep. We will dox him for you.
If I do it, I don't think they can come after me, right?
Yeah, you're out the country.
Yeah, so I'll post his address. I'll take it.
Yeah, you should be safe.
Where were we?
Tiffy
So I guess it is the women's Money in the Bank.
Tiffy time. I was thinking of Joey the whole time.
What did I tell y'all?
It was going to come down to Chelsea Green and Tiffy.
I'm going to let Joe have his moment, but in my opinion, the wrong person won.
Joe, let's hear it. You've been waiting all week to talk about your girl.
Jones, don't even say Chelsea should have won. Okay.
Absolutely, Chelsea should have won.
No. We already know the storyline makes sense where they're going.
No. I understand the story, but Chelsea Green with that briefcase being a full Karen the whole time would have been hilarious.
I know. But you know whose time it is. It's Tiffy time. Okay.
But if you also go back to what I said earlier, I don't see the briefcase lasting past SummerSlam.
She's number one in the ring and number one in your hearts. Okay. It's Tiffy time. And you better recognize, okay? Now, hold on. Now, I will tell you this. I was a little worried when Chelsea was climbing that ladder. I was like, no, Tiffy, come on, get up. I saw some people like, yeah, when Chelsea hit that ladder, I knew she wasn't getting up. No shit, Sherlock. Like, really?
Kudos to Chelsea Green for taking that bump.
Is that the second?
But the best part was Tiffy waving bye-bye to her when
she was falling, bro. I should have put that picture up on.
And she did no kind of bracing for it at all.
No, man. She sold it. She landed perfectly.
Yeah. But, I mean, Zoe Stark and Io Sky. Whew.
Zoe Stark, I want to know what happened early on in the match.
Oh, yeah, when she did the twisting.
Yeah. I went back and watched. I'm not so certain it was her fault anymore. Because there was someone else who had a botch of a spot in there. Well, she was involved in both spots. Lyra. Because thank God she was with Io, because Io recovered very quickly. Yeah. But she almost killed Io.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The women showed out in this one. The women one, I was worried because it didn't have a lot of star power, it was just, but man, they showed out there. Zoe did, botch, the flip into the twist.
Jones, you don't have to cover your face.
But but listen, I give props to Chelsea Green for what she did. Because even, she played off like scared to climb a ladder, and all that. But I mean, like, even though, like I said, the women didn't have that much star power, like big names, they showed out in this one.
Yep.
They showed, like,
Absolutely.
now, I'm sure there's some people that don't like women in ladder matches, but hey.
It's
It
2024.
Yeah.
You know,
It is what it is. But I mean, it's Tiffy time.
I hope she has a successful cash in and a long reign as women's champion.
it's going to be controversial as hell.
Yeah.
When she comes out at SummerSlam, I may be shedding some tears.
That might not be the only thing you're shedding.
Oh, no.
Joe.
Jones will be right next to me, so he'll feel it.
Because I'm going to tell, like, for those who don't know, I'm going to tell you exactly how I see it, picture it happening. Nia Jax will win the championship from Bayley.
Yep.
Tiffy's going to seem like she's coming out to celebrate with Nia. Crack Nia in the head with the briefcase. Hit the prettiest moonsault ever. We have a new champion. Oh no, Nia, are you okay?
See, I would love for that to happen, but I think they're going to play it out because those two are close. Maybe. But I would love that to happen at SummerSlam.
Oh, and for your AEW trolls out there, no, I'm not doing this because of what happened on Dynamite yesterday. I actually saw that happening way ahead of time. Because now I'll give you credit, Dynamite. That was one good thing you did. Yesterday's show was very entertaining. Yet, for some strange reason, you still can't crack 700,000 fans.
The last 2 weeks have been pretty good with AEW. Even with Garcia, I can't stand him, but I'm glad what MJF is back. He's a bad guy. He took Garcia out, and yesterday's show was one of their best
I have an
episodes in
issue
a long
with that,
time.
though.
With what?
MJF being a heel again.
What's your issue, King?
What the fuck was the point of the devil segment then?
You'd have to ask TK.
Because it makes zero sense now. You had them go heel and turn. You had Adam Cole go heel and turn on him. So now MJF's back to being a heel again.
Yeah.
When if you wanted to do that, what you should have done is have MJF go heel and disappear.
I'm sorry, Juan, but I'm not sorry.
Or am I alone in that logic?
No, not at all. And when Adam Cole came out after MJF, when MJF returned, they acknowledged it briefly, and then that was it. That was it.
They barely beat NXT this week. Squeaked by, but they lost in the net rating by like 0.1.
Well, you know why NXT is doing so well, Joe.
Don't even.
No, it's true. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I told my son I'm going to sell his SummerSlam ticket if he keeps doing that. Tuesday night, I go to bed. I wake up to a text message from him of Joe Hendry walking out.
My little guy starts singing the theme song. He's 2.5, bro.
We got
And
one
he
more.
says,
We
"I
got one more
believe in
match to
Joe
get through, and I'm going to fully geek out on NXT.
All right. Okay. Main event of Money in the Bank.
I'm going to geek out on this match too.
Kevin Owens and Randy Orton versus the Bloodline
And Cody.
And tag match. Yeah.
Yes.
I said Cody, didn't I?
Oh.
Bloodline had to win. People are upset that
that
the Bloodline won. Dude, they had to win. This is their first match as this faction. You thought they were gonna lose?
This isn't the Nexus. We're not killing them as soon as they start.
People don't like the Bloodline 2.0.
Why? Because of Solo?
I think so. I think because they think they're botches. When Tongaloa, did the little...
Tried to do the low blow and...
All right. Now I get to shoot again. For all you people who were complaining about Tongaloa on the botched nut shot, go back earlier in the match. He got blasted into the table by Cody. He hit the back of his head. He never fully recovered. So the fact he was still able to try to get into the match and try to still complete his spot, whether he punched his brother in the face or not, which was hilarious, but he was probably concussed.
I don't mind the new bloodline.
I absolutely love the new bloodline.
The fact that Jacob Fatu was
Dude, him in that match,
a star.
holy, yeah, he stood out.
I marked out hard seeing Jacob Fatu. That for me, that was one of the highlights of going to that event, seeing Jacob Fatu live in person on a WWE PLE, man, that was insane.
You've got one up on me, so I'm jealous now.
Like I for one, like there was talks that was he even allowed in the country, right?
I didn't know. They were saying like he wasn't gonna make it.
Yeah. Well, did you guys read that Hunter had to talk to border patrol to allow him in because they were giving him a hard time, dude? If what we read was true, his last criminal conviction was when he was 18 years old. The man's 34. He's kept a clean record. There was no reason why they should have given him a hard time, but the rules, I guess, getting into Canada, if you have past criminal conviction from the States, they're really hard on these guys.
So prior for the Usos to get able to get back in there.
Yeah, took them a while.
Yep. Jeff Hardy's still not allowed in Canada.
That's a different animal.
But you guys can keep them. We don't want them in this country.
There's a spot in this match that a lot of people are complaining about, but I don't understand. But then again, I have to remember these fans are so young. There is a thing with Samoans that a lot of people don't remember, but I'm old enough to remember. You never hit a Samoan in their head.
Yes,
to stay down.
It was back with the head shrinkers.
Yep, and even when they were in WCW and WA as a Samoan SWAT
team with Paul Heyman managing them.
Or go back even further to the Wild Samoans. You don't hit them in the head. You're hurting yourself.
Yeah.
So when Randy Orton hit his patented DDT, he did slightly sell, but then he remembered, wait, I'm Samoan. He hopped up.
In a blink of an eye.
Randy looked at him and said, damn it, I forgot.
That was great, man.
I'm telling you this, when I see Jacob's mannerism, it's like, yo, I told you it's like Umaga and Yoko, like combined.
Dude,
like,
and I think that's a good way to compare it. The guy is unlike anybody else in WWE. The way he moves, the way he looks, he is a werewolf. Yeah. What, without a doubt. Dude. I marked hard to see him. That was an experience, bro. I think a lot of the crap though, the new bloodline, it has to do with Solo, and yeah. A lot of people don't like Solo because he's not Roman, but nobody's Roman.
Roman like the evilness, yeah. I like the evil. You know, I mean, it's tough to be a star like Roman, but the evilness of Solo, like it's just assembling this team. Like he saw, like, okay, you had Roman had me and the Usos, and then an honorary Us. Yeah. Well, now that I saw what happened with Roman and the Bloodline, I'm gonna create a new, bigger, badder, more dangerous bloodline. Like, and just.
Does Roman come back at SummerSlam?
I would love for him to. But considering his father just died, I don't know.
Does he cost Solo? Because Solo and Cody at SummerSlam, possibly.
Or maybe we just get a tease of Roman.
The chants are getting louder. The chants are getting louder, bro.
There's some rumor innuendos that he's supposed to show up before SummerSlam. But that was before his dad passed away. I don't know. But imagine when he does come back with Paul Heyman.
That pop is going to blow.
Yeah.
The arena or stadium.
But here's the thing. Do you have Solo beat Cody at SummerSlam? Heyman shows up at the end and Roman comes out to does a stare down.
Mhm.
Is the title on the line?
It's gonna have to be.
I don't see Solo taking the belt off Cody.
If you didn't put it on AJ Styles, don't put it on Solo.
Yeah.
And I've loved Solo since he was the problem in the Indies when he was smaller. So don't think I'm hating on him. It's just levels to this.
Yeah. I'm not sure who takes the title off of Cody because it seems like Cody's gonna be in it for the long haul. If he's losing it, he's gonna
Final
lose it at
boss?
Mania.
Or ooh, what if Roman comes back, teams up with Cody to take out the bloodline, but Roman turns on Cody and gets that belt back?
So long as it doesn't end up with The Rock coming back and winning the belt. Because I can see that happening. Especially after watching that WrestleMania documentary.
You act like that's happened before.
The final boss. Just give me the Rock belt. Okay, the final boss belt. Just give me that belt.
You're out of the game. You can't buy any more belts.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm buying that.
That's a
Once they
game
think
changer.
I'm out, they pull me back in.
That's a difference, bro. That's a
It's a
display
really,
piece.
yeah. Rock's going to win the belt.
And that's when I told Hunter. Give me
The audacity, bro.
But yeah,
It was a good show. If you guys had to rate it out of 5, 5 being stellar, amazing, what would you give it, Jones?
I'm gonna. My view is skewed, but due to the fact that I can't go lower than a 4.5, 5 because of Jacob's outshowing.
Joey?
He looked like a main eventer.
I'm going to go 3.7.
Very, very specific. I'm going to give it a solid 4 out of 5. It was a good show. It was a really good show. Dude, and seeing Cody at this scale, at this point in his career, man, like he's got it. He's got it. Like I see why the kids go crazy for him.
Would have been higher if Sammy would have lost, but you know.
For me, I would have added a 4.7 if Sammy had lost.
I've gotten used to seeing Cody with the belt. Him wearing the belt actually looks right on him.
With his jacket,
Outfit, it fits him.
dude, it suits him so well.
It's like before I was like, nah, I don't get it. Now it's like, I get it. And I've seen videos of children ecstatic when Cody comes out. And
I was saying this to you guys in our chat. With my little guy going nuts for Cody like he does, he's got the AWLJN Cody. That's like his favorite toy. Anytime Cody's on the screen, he is glued. And like I think back to when we were kids and think about when you first started watching wrestling. Like we're old now. We've been watching wrestling for a very long time. It doesn't grab us the same way that it does this newer generation. We are watching. I think we're spoiled, even as old time fans. We're watching some of the best WWE has ever been right now. And for these young kids, man, to be getting the opportunity to watch what we're watching when they're like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, man, what a time to be a wrestling fan.
That's how my son is. Like, you know, it's weird seeing him a fan these days compared to me, like, you know, as like an adult. Like, he's watching Money in the Bank, like, he's probably watched it like 5 times already. Like, he'll watch Elimination Chamber from last year over and over again. Mind you, me, I'm like Saturday Night's Main Event 1991-92. You know, I'm putting that on. I'm watching the Battle Royale at Royal Albert Hall. I'm watching Tuesday in Texas. You know, I'm like, oh, man, like,
can't believe this.
we were spoiled growing up, but like, it's like,
It's changed though, Joe. It's changed so much.
It's more readily accessible. If we had it as readily accessible back then as they did, lights out.
Yeah. That's why we keep going back, right? And watching it on the network, on Peacock, because we've got that ability to do so now.
That's why I think we were so, I don't know, spoiled, but fortunate because you had to be home Monday nights.
Yep.
There weren't the dirt sheets like there are today either.
You had to use unless you used a VCR. Yes, I'm on that, or VCR video cassette tape.
Mhm.
Hit record.
You record raw because Nitro
Exactly.
the replay would come on later.
Exactly.
That's right. It's a different time. It's a different era, but man, it's fun. It's piqued my interest again. Otherwise, we wouldn't be talking about it like we are.
I've been in this for over 4 decades. I just did the math in my head. Like, that's insane.
Jeez,
It's
Yeah.
wild, man.
that's crazy.
Mr. Beefy gave Money in the Bank a 3.5, mostly for the women's Money in the Bank. And Mr. Richard Simpson, hello, gave Money in the Bank a 2 out of 5.
Woo.
Well, you know what, Mr. Simpson? I'm going to give your plate, since you did for Drew Boyer, a 10 out of 10.
Just for that comment,
For that comment.
Mr. Simpson. Thank you for watching. But yeah, those side plays were beautiful. Really, really nice. Happy for Drew.
Yeah, I just keep eyeing a Midwest. I don't know why.
Did you see what Dan dropped today?
Which Midwest?
Just a Midwest.
Over my shoulder Midwest?
Uh-huh. Always love that style.
It's beautiful. Really, really nice.
Perk Angle days.
Both of them.
They are. They are both.
Yeah, but I associate the Midwest more.
Yeah, well, he started it. That was his reign
That
of
replaced the
terror.
Dome Globe.
Yep.
That ugly piece of junk. We're going to talk about Jones's favorite thing coming up. You know,
He's itching. He's itching.
Just officially call it NXTNA from now on. It's a time to be alive for people like me. There's a reason the TNA belts are on display. This is done so well. It's beneficial to both companies. Unlike, this is not me hating on AEW, but there was no benefit to both. Like, because at least with this one, people in TNA who weren't really involved in many storylines are getting more national getting more national exposure, at least with this one. And AEW, when the AEW one, it was more so AEW people going to TNA as opposed to TNA people going to AEW. And if the rumor I heard earlier today is true, and AEW missed out on this tag team that may be showing up in WWE very soon.
MCMG.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just going to point things out a little bit. And shout out to NXT for looks like the 3 big women signing they just got.
Big signings for NXT.
One of them was just seen on AEW television.
Oh, fighting! You know, their hottest commodity.
Yeah.
Mercedes money.
Yes. There's apparently well, here's the thing. I guess it's not me being in the know. Once the news came out that she was leaving CML and no longer associated with CML and in New Japan, which both were associated with AEW, it was blatantly obvious that she was going to WWE.
I'm glad Sean just came out with it. And
Yeah. It was like
man, like
You know what's crazy to think about this? When Scott D'Amore left, we were all like scratching our heads, like, what is TNA going to do now? Yeah. But like, did Scott plant the seeds before he was gone?
Scott was the reason a lot of the Jordan move was Scott started that.
And mark my words, she will.
Yeah, her contract ends January 2025.
Yeah, she will be the face of NXT and then the face of Raw or SmackDown.
It's funny we were talking about this because you think like TNA stars come to like WWE and they're like in NXT, they're like, ooh, this is shiny.
Yeah, because it's like the production value in TNA is not there.
Yeah.
It's gotten better, but it's still not there.
When my contract's up,
there was someone else backstage at Money in the Bank that not many people know about. One of my favorite wrestlers. My favorite Canadian active wrestler right now.
Oh yeah, the earmuff dude.
Josh Alexander, earmuff dude.
Yeah. He wears it for a reason. He got an ear injury in a match, so therefore cover him up.
Oh, what if NXT does Ethan Page versus Josh Alexander at a PLE?
Do not say that to me.
Take my money.
No.
I'm just saying it's possible.
No. I will have a heart attack.
I'm just saying.
I will have a.
It's all aligning, Jones. It's possible.
If they
Former
cross
tag
paths,
team
don't
champions.
don't expect to talk to me for a few days because I'll probably be still foaming at the mouth.
Former friends, now bitter rivals, fighting
Can you
over this
imagine?
NXT world title with the exchange. Imagine him just showing up on NXT and do a stare down with Ethan Page to end the show.
Oh my goodness. Canadian versus Canadian. I'm gonna have to buy an NXT title.
I kind of feel like I have to now anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting just in case they decide to
It's
change.
possible.
That's
It's
why
possible.
I'm waiting too, bro.
I'm telling you, it's possible now that Ethan Page is.
I can even see.
Stop.
There's so many possibilities with this
Just
crossover.
sprinkling the little
I
seeds.
can't take no more. It's Josh Alexander. People saying Hulk Hogan, I'm going to fight you all.
Juan, we better run. But man, Ethan Page, how long was he in AEW? 5 years?
So no, he wasn't there the whole time.
No, then at least 4.
Let me check.
I'm just gonna say this: an old finish never goes out of style. Shawn Michaels.
Ethan Page has been in NXT for what? 3
Oh,
weeks?
he was there 3 years.
2 months.
6 weeks.
6
3
weeks.
weeks.
Dude, in 6 weeks, they have booked him better than AW did in 3 years. Did he even win a match in AW?
I don't know. He was usually on Dark or Collision with.
Or Elevation
Lambert.
or whatever when they were on YouTube and shit, bro.
He debuted in AEW in March of 2021.
That's insane. And they never he never won a title.
Plenty of title matches, but never won.
Just lost
So you're
everything.
telling me he couldn't beat Darby Allin? Or Orange? Pockets Cassidy?
No one can beat Orange Cassidy. Fuck,
See,
man.
when I was more of a Page guy than a Josh Alexander guy in TNA. I was just like, I figured Ethan would have been the.
I can see that he had better charisma than.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he still has better charisma than Josh.
He does.
Around that.
I figured he was going to be the one to break out more, and then when he went to AEW, I was like, "Oh, sweet! This is going to be the showcase."
Because he came in attacking people right away. He was like, "All right, cool. He's about to get the down the card."
He's got the look. He's got the attitude. He's great on the mic. He's a cocky son of a bitch, right?
He's not afraid to let you know it.
No, bro. Like when his smile, you want to smack him in the face. Yet they did nothing with him in AEW. I'm glad he's in NXT. I'm glad he's happy. I'm glad he's getting his big rubber guy figure and signed that deal before he went to NXT.
And it's funny, his AEW figure just came out.
That's I'm gonna grab it just for the
exactly.
Sake of it, man.
And then I'm gonna get an NXT title and put it with.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on because it's a nice figure. They did a pretty decent scan on him. But yeah, man, NXT is hot right now. It's hot, and with all these signings, man, it's only gonna get better and better.
Then one of the most emotional moments ever, the Rascals reunion. Like that was
huge, bro.
Trey Miguel.
And then, Jones, I'm not sure if there's any truth to this rumor as well, but the Motor City Machine Guns.
That's what we were just talking about.
That's why I was going like this.
Right?
Yeah, it was like, if that rumor's true.
If that's true, Because what was it, a month ago?
In April, they were supposed to have been working on
AEW.
for AEW.
Right? And then silence.
I thought they were signed to AEW, like they were going
That's
to
what they were
AEW.
saying, right?
What, April? And another name you have to look at is, where's Camille?
Right?
She's also potentially a signed
apparently
system.
she's signed with AEW too.
Mhm.
I would love to see Camille in NXT.
If she goes to NXT is going to have the most powerful women's roster in the world.
Gulia and Vacker.
Imagine Camille.
And they just
and then later Grace, like bro.
Roxy's still killing it.
Yeah,
she's still Roxy to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Man, they're doing. Sean is definitely cooking, man. He is cooking.
Mm-mm.
By the end of this show, you will believe. You'll believe not just in Joe Hendry.
And then there's I don't know if you two are familiar with Delta.
Not so much, no.
Okay. Delta's from Australia. She's apparently been signed as well. So that's 3 heavy hitters in the women's division. So all of them hit hard, and their styles will not be toned down. So brace your faces, because the women's division in WWE is going to be stacked for years to come, like it was just said. If you add Jordan Grace in there,
I think it's only a matter of time before she shows up and is signed full time.
should be a February Royal Rumble this time as a non-TNA participant.
Yeah. I wonder who he'll drop the Knockouts title to.
Who else is doing
not sure.
creative with NXT besides HBK?
Hold on, it's mostly him, but I can't remember. Let's see.
Does Hunter have any say with what goes on in NXT?
He probably asked some questions.
Let me see. There's some writers I see, but never
Bruce
heard of them.
Prichard's working.
Yeah, they report to Bruce.
Makes sense.
But I mean, it feels like Sean's giving HBK like all these ingredients, and he's like, "Hey, go make a meal," and he's making like,
Oh, he's doing a good job. He's doing a great job.
He's cooking every week.
But who would have thought 97 DX would be taking over WWE?
Right?
You had never told me. You would have never been able to like, you're right.
No, WWE's in good hands. And yeah, like I said it earlier, my first WWE event in this new era, it felt different. It really did. It was not like the Vince McMahon run show.
It's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah. No, you guys are going to see an incredible pay-per-view in August. And I think like there's been no low point after Mania. This is just, they've kept the momentum going. And even a gimmick pay-per-view like Money in the Bank to carry out the storylines leading into SummerSlam the way they did. Yeah.
And then we go take over Cleveland. And then we go right to Berlin.
Which is crazy because that will be in Germany.
Yeah, so 2 pay-per-views, same. I'm sorry, 2 PLEs. Let me get it correct. Pay-per-views is the other companies.
And then, well, it's okay. They have the Forbidden Door at Wembley.
We're going to end on this because we were almost at 2 hours. But as far as the Forbidden, it's not even a Forbidden Door. It's All In.
All In.
MJF versus Daniel Garcia. Really?
No.
That's already been booked. Really?
Why?
Really?
What about Ospreay and MJF?
That's what should be the match. And then they're giving away next week
Ospreay and MJF.
Ospreay and MJF on free television. Is this Goldberg and Hogan all over again?
Yeah, that's going to be on regular TV. That's insane.
Juan said they announced it yesterday.
Yeah, for next
Yeah,
week.
for Dynamite, bro.
No, next week's Dynamite.
And it's opening the show, I believe, next
Pretty
week.
sure.
Like
Are they doing commercial fee?
Why would you put that match
on free TV.
Why wouldn't you?
They're trying to get the viewership numbers.
That's
up.
an all-in match. I'm sorry.
That is
that's
an all-in match.
They're throwing darts at the wall.
This is why AEW is in the state that they're in, because they do have talent. They are picking up some momentum. They're starting to draw me back in with guys like Ospreay, guys like MJF. But you're not going to throw away this match on free TV.
So, I forgot.
I think if they would bring in Hogan, what he would do to AEW, what he did to TNA, I mean, AEW would be in good hands.
We're talking about viewers.
Yeah.
TNA will never, ever reach those numbers again.
Yeah. It's all because of Hulk Hogan.
And that's our show this week, folks. So, thank you for getting us to 100.
Fight for the right of every Jones.
You'll see me next week by myself because they ain't coming back.
Now you're an intern, Joe.
Yeah.
Have a good night, everybody.